Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Insight2Action Quick Start, where we take a look at some of the insights from my new book that I co-wrote with my good friend, Dr. Pete Stevens. Today, we're looking at insight number 5, the platinum rule. Matching communication always builds connection. Effective communication, of course, is so important for school leaders because it sits at the heart of strong relationships. One of the big things we unpack in the book is that everybody has their own communication preferences. Some people communicate in a more conceptual orientation. Some people are more action-oriented in their communication. Some people are more relationship oriented in their communication, and some people are more detail oriented in their communication. We often find it easy to communicate with those who share our preferences and trickier to communicate with those who have different preferences than our own. And this can sometimes lead to clashes, like you can see on the screen now. And here's where it gets interesting. Ordinary leaders communicate based on their own preferences. This often leads to communications missing the mark, with staff having to put tremendous amounts of energy into interpreting what the leader actually means. Meanwhile, extraordinary leaders take a very different approach because they know that matching communication always builds connection. Extraordinary leaders differentiate to match the communication needs of others, resulting in two-way understanding, connection, and belonging. And let's be honest, when communicating with staff, would you prefer this or that? Getting started with the Platinum Rule is simple with the Insight2Action team session cards. On the front face of the card, there are a number of really useful reflection and discussion questions, but I'd encourage all leaders to deeply reflect about question 1 and to really consider their strongest 2 communication preferences, as well as the strengths and challenges they have with these in relating to others. This reflection enables leaders to identify their comfort zones as well as where they might have communication clashes with others. Moving into the actions, scan the QR code to get everything you need from the website. Here you'll find an excellent 3-part exercise where you'll be able to define your own communication preferences profile, identify your own comfort zones and where you're likely to clash with others, and reflect on how similar or different your profile is to those key people around you. Digging into the broader toolkit, you can always take this work further by mapping the communication preferences of everyone in your team, developing team above and below the line norms based on team members' preferences, and co-constructing a protocol for getting things back on track when team members inevitably dip below the line. So that's a quick look at insight number 5, the Platinum Rule. Remember, matching communication always builds connection. Until next time, bye for now.